The Mesa Chamber of Commerce Inside Business Podcast brings you a unique view of Mesa through its vibrant business community and the subjects that are important. The podcast is produced in the Mesa Chamber of Commerce Media Studio, sponsored by the University of Phoenix. Our podcast is hosted by Mesa Chamber of Commerce CEO Sally Harrison. Please enjoy this episode of the Mesa Chamber Inside Business Podcast.
Hi, I'm Sally Harrison, President and CEO of the Mesa Chamber of Commerce, and today I have the good fortune of having my friend Mary Kominska in the podcast studio with me to talk about all things best and beautiful.
Thank you so much, Miss Sally.
Yes.
I appreciate being here today.
Well, we're excited to have you. So tell us, what is best and beautiful you?
Thank you for asking. It is empowering you to be the best and beautiful you that you were created to be. It encompasses everything from Avon products. I've been your Avon lady for 18 years.
Yes.
To I'm a certified life coach, so I do one-on-one life coaching, and then a 4-week course called T, Thoughts, Emotions, Actions that I wrote.
So you're a busy girl.
A little bit.
Well, tell us what T is and how the course is set up.
So T is how your thoughts influence your emotions, which guide our actions. And so it is set up to where it is a 4-week course, 1 hour each week, typically held on Monday evenings.
Wow. That's a busy thing for you.
It is a very busy thing. Yes.
Well, what made you want to create this T course?
So my journey back in 2018, when I thought I knew what boundaries were and took a boundaries class and realized just how little I knew about boundaries and how I wish I would have known about this so long ago. Mm-hmm. And that really started a healing journey for me. Mm-hmm. And so since 2018, I've been on this constant journey, and I've been really seeing how so much of our thoughts, and we're not even aware of our thoughts, and then we're not aware of our emotions. And so week 1 is all about your thoughts. Week 2 is all about your emotions, mm-hmm. and a lot of nonverbal things that happen as well. Mm-hmm. And then week 3 is about boundaries, because it's freedom to love and to live. And then week 4 is self-care, because so many of us do not take care of ourselves.
Okay, so we are audio, but I got the visual when you looked at me on that one.
I love that, yes.
Oh, well, so who is this course for? Who can benefit from this course?
Every human being. And I actually wrote it so that even somebody in high school, because I hear that a lot, and I said it a lot, that, gosh, I wish I would have known this before, when I was still in high school. Mm-hmm. So whether you're 90 years old or you're 15 years old, and it's about the human experience is mm-hmm. really what it's about, and it's helping you be the best human that you were created to be.
So why is the course span set for an hour each week over a month?
So that's a great question. Going back to that boundaries class I took. So when I started the boundaries, it was 8 weeks. And one of the things everybody wanted was longer. So the 8 weeks turned into 9 weeks, then became 13 weeks.
Oh.
And it's 2.5 hours each night. And
That's
it was
a big commitment.
It is a very big commitment. And I knew when it was time for me to write my own course, because the boundaries, as great as it was, didn't really talk about thoughts, didn't really talk about emotions, mm-hmm. Was solely about boundaries and self-care. Mm-hmm. And I would always come in as I began facilitating with a few others the class, because I wanted to give back, because mm-hmm. it gave me so much. So when the time came for me to write my own course, I knew that it needed to be short. It needed to be sweet. It needed to be impactful. Mm-hmm. And to echo what you said, not so much of a long commitment, because anybody can commit to 4 weeks, but to commit to 8, 9, or 13 is really hard.
Well, I think we're living in a world that people are extremely busy, yes. and attention spans are not what they used to be.
Not at all. Not at
and
all.
I do think 4 weeks is something that's manageable for people, especially in hour intervals.
Absolutely. And what I also do is, this is an hour for you. So I ask, when you're in the course for that 1 hour, to turn off all distractions, put mm-hmm. your phone away, just like, this is your hour. Mm-hmm. It's a gift you get to give to yourself.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So talk about how this course can be customized for specific audiences.
Well, that's a great question, Miss Sally. Because, so when I have it set, it's on Monday nights, but I also do groups. Mm-hmm. And so, for example...
So when you say you also do groups. Do you do this for one-on-one people?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I didn't realize that.
So the Monday nights, the 1 hour for 4 weeks, that happens pretty much every month. That is for one-to-one registrations.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
And I
was
rotate
focused on a group.
But I also do groups. So for example, I just completed this course with you and your staff.
Yes.
So what did you think of it?
Well, so when I heard you talk about this at our women's group, it was something that I thought, it'd be good for us to learn more about what you're doing, because obviously we are here to support you. But having a staff of about a dozen of us now, I want our team to be the best that we can be, for ourselves, for our team as a team, and then obviously, we can't take care of ourselves. How do we take care of you guys as a member?
Right.
So for us, I think that 1 hour commitment every week for 4 weeks made it simple for us to do. We were able to carve that time out, and I think, as we were talking before, the information is not all new. It's having somebody outside come in and tell you that it's okay to feel a certain way, that it's okay to take care of yourself, that it's necessary to take care of yourself. So a lot of it was just good reminders, and having an outsider tell you, think about these things and these are important, I think is extremely valuable.
Well, and thank you for that. I hear that over and over again. And this actually has started back in January. And so the Chamber was actually the first group that I did it for. So it was
if you want a trial and something dysfunctional, come to the Chamber.
And it's not dysfunctional at all. And with that, I want to be really transparent and vulnerable. My son is currently 30 years old, homeless on the streets of Mesa on fentanyl. But when he was clean for a while from his heroin addiction, what I found as the loved one, so I was getting my help through parents of addicted loved ones, and then he was in his journey of rehab and all that, but there was never anything to bring it together. There was never anything for the parents while the child who's trying to get out of this addiction. They're still manipulating, and the parents are getting help over here, and then they're getting help over here, but there's nothing tying them together. And so what my really big dream on this as I move forward is I really want to get into some sober livings and have their parents do this with them. Maybe even get into some rehabs where they're beyond their 30 days and have the parents, the loved ones, whether it's an aunt, doesn't have to be a parent, it could be a sibling, and just really bring it together, because there's so much power when they're doing it together. And I saw that even happen with your staff.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So how can someone reach out to you for more information on this course?
So they can go to my website, bestandbeautifulyou, all spelled out, .com. They can call me at 480-684-2866. I'm all over social media at Best and Beautiful You. And every Thursday on my social medias, I do a tea aha moment. So it is at the end of every course, I do a survey. And so it's ahas that people have submitted in the survey of what their takeaways have been for the course. So there's another way for you to kind of just even see what previous students who have gone through this journey have thought about it.
Very cool. Well, thanks for sharing that. They can also see you at a handful of different chamber events.
Yes, and come to the Women's Business Connection once a month, because I MC the event.
There you go. Okay. And that is what?
Fourth Tuesday of every month.
At the Holiday Inn.
At the Holiday Inn on Country Club in the 60.
And you can register for that event at mesachamber.org.
Yes, and get registered for this upcoming one.
Oh, great. Do you know who the speaker is?
For this one, we're doing a networking event.
Oh, very fun.
Yes, and actually, Christine and I have been planning a lot behind the scenes about that one.
Very cool. Well, that'll be fun.
Yes.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Your staff is amazing. I appreciate all that you do.
Thank you.
Okay.
This has been a Mesa Chamber of Commerce Inside Business podcast. You can find all podcast episodes at iTunes, Spotify, or your own favorite podcast website. You can also find them online at mesachamber.org. Content of this podcast is copyright the Mesa Chamber of Commerce, unless otherwise noted.